Yo, what's good, Good Eats 420 fam? Bassdropkeys, your friendly neighborhood Negro. In today's video, guys, we're gonna be talking about a question that I get a lot right here on the channel. And that is, which machine should I get? Which machine is the best? Is it the Levo, the MagicalButter, and now the Ongrok? Which machine is best for me? Which one should I get? So what I'm gonna do in today's video is we're gonna be going over the pros and cons of each machine, and by the end of the video, you should be able to make an educated decision on which machine is best for you. I do wanna mention that all three of these machines do exactly what they're supposed to do, but at the end of the video, what I will do is I will tell you exactly which machine I would pick. If I was starting out brand new, I would tell you what machine I would pick. It may not be the same one that you would pick, but I would tell you what I would pick in my current situation. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. This is which machine is best for you? The MagicalButter versus the Levo versus the Ongrok. Let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into this. The first machine that we're going to be talking about is the MagicalButter machine. When people think about a machine that makes butters, oils, and tinctures, they're usually thinking about the MagicalButter machine because they were first to market. There are numerous machines on the market right now, but the most popular one by far is the MagicalButter machine. Right now, the MagicalButter machines sell for $225. You guys know that you can get them cheaper on my site, shop.goodeats420.com, but the retail price of this machine is $225. Some of the pros of the machine is you can do oils, butter, and tincture with this machine, and you are able to do big batches. The minimum amount that you can do with the MagicalButter machine is 2 cups, and the maximum amount is 5 cups. So that means that you're able to use a lot of flour in one batch. I've used as much as 70 grams making my oil and butter with the MagicalButter machine. You can do big batches with the MagicalButter machine, no problem. Another pro that I want to mention regarding the MagicalButter machine is they are very durable. They last for a long time. This is the newer MagicalButter machine. This one behind me is my very first MagicalButter machine that I ever had, and I got that years ago. They are used often and they still work perfectly till this day. So one of the great pros about the MagicalButter machine is it's very, very durable. Some of the cons that you want to think about with the MagicalButter machine is the MagicalButter machine does not decarb. They sell separate decarb boxes that you use in order to decarb the flour or the herbs. So you can't just buy the MagicalButter machine itself and it's able to decarb and infuse with one machine. You need to decarb it in an oven first, and then you can infuse it with the MagicalButter machine. I think the final con that I want to talk about regarding the MagicalButter machine is this machine is loud whenever it's in operation. One of the things that people often talk about is how loud the machine is because it has a blade that's actually help chopping up the herbs while it's infusing. So because of that, this machine is loud and you will definitely be able to hear it whenever it's in operation. But if you're like me and live by yourself, that may not be something that you have to take into consideration. But anybody who is living with other people, have children, that type of deal, then you need to know that this machine is not quiet. It is quite loud. So that's something that you want to keep into consideration as well. Now moving on, I do want to talk about the Ongrok machine next. The reason why we're talking about this one after the MagicalButter machine is because they're pretty much in the same category. The Ongrok can do everything that the MagicalButter machine can do, except for the Ongrok is cheaper. As I told you, the retail on this machine is $225. The retail on the large one is $150, and the retail on the smaller one is $120. So you can do oils, butter, and tincture with these machines right here, the Ongrok machines. They do come with more accessories. With the MagicalButter machine, you have to buy the accessories separate. With the MagicalButter machine, it comes with one glove and no butter mold. The Ongrok comes with 2 gloves and it comes with a butter mold as well. With the Magical Butter machine, you have to buy the butter mold separately. Now, I've just started using the Ongrok machines, so I don't know about the durability. I don't know if these are going to last years like the Magical Butter machine. One thing that you may want to keep into consideration is the outside of this is plastic and the inside is stainless steel. The entire bottom part of the Magical Butter machine is stainless steel, so that may have something to do with the durability, but I can't say the durability on these machines are bad because I just started using them and so far so good. Now, one of the great things that the Ongrok has going for it is the minimum to use these machines is lower than the Magical Butter machine. With the small Ongrok infuser, the minimum that you can use is 2/3 of a cup, which means you can do small batches. With this large one, the minimum that you can do is 1 cup. As I just told you a second ago, the minimum that you can do with the Magical Butter machine is 2 cups. So this right here is 2 to 5 cups. With the Ongrok, the large Ongrok, you can do 1 to 5 cups with the large one. With the small one, it's 2/3 cup to 2.5 cups. And like I just said a minute ago, you can do butter, oil, and tinctures with the Magical Butter machine and with the Ongrok. These 2 machines here, you're able to do butter, oil, and tincture. And once again, if you're interested in getting an Ongrok machine, I do sell them on my site, shop.goodeats420.com. And for everybody that's watching this video, no matter if you want to buy the Magical Butter machine or the Ongrok, if you use the code THANKYOU, altogether one word, that will give you $10 off each machine that you buy. Now, everything that I just said about the Magical Butter machine, the same thing applies for the Ongrok. This machine is a loud machine whenever it's in operation as well. It has the blade on the bottom, just like the Magical Butter machine. Also, with the Ongrok, you cannot decarb with this machine. You have to decarb it separately. So everything that I just said about the Magical Butter machine applies to the Ongrok machine, except for you can do small batches with the Ongrok machines and you cannot do that with the Magical Butter machine. All right, so the last machine that we're going to be talking about on this video is the Levo 2 machine. Now, the Levo 2 retails for $300. You can buy them at levooil.com. You can use the code GOODEATS. That will give you a 10% discount if you want to buy one of these, but they do retail for $300. Now, let's talk about the pros for the Levo. The first pro that the Levo has over the Magical Butter machine and the Ongrok is you can decarb with this machine as well as infuse. You don't have to have an oven or decarb with something else like an oven or another machine in order to do your edibles, make your butter and everything. You can decarb your flour with this machine right here and infuse it as well. Another pro that this machine has over these 2 is this machine is very quiet. These 2 have blades in it, so it is very loud whenever it's in operation. This machine here is very quiet. All you really hear is a slight hum whenever this machine is in operation because there's no blades. Another pro that the Levo has over these machines is there's an app that comes with this machine, so you can work everything with the app, which helps it feel more modern. You've heard me say in the Levo videos that these machines kind of feel like, you know, running a car with a diesel engine, and this machine kind of feels like a Tesla because it's so quiet and it's real modern because it has an app. And you know, a lot of appliances and even vaporizers these days, you can operate with an app. So there are a lot of good things that the Levo has going for it. Now I want to talk about the cons that the Levo has going for it. The first con is you're not supposed to do alcohol tincture with the Levo. If you watched the video that I did, I showed you that you can make tincture, alcohol tincture with the Levo, but you're not supposed to. If you go to the Levo site in the features, it tells you do not use alcohol when using this machine. The reason is if this machine leaks and that alcohol hits that heating element, it can catch on fire or possibly explode, and we don't want that at all. So you're not supposed to use alcohol with the Levo. So that means that if you're somebody who needs to make tincture over and over again, you don't want to get the Levo. You want to get the Magical Butter machine or the Ongrok. If you have a business and your business is you make, maybe you make Green Dragon and then you use your Green Dragon to make drinks and you're selling them or whatever the case is, you don't want to get a Levo. You need to get a Magical Butter machine or Ongrok so that way you can consistently make your tincture over and over again. Also, another con that the Levo has is you're limited in the amount of herbs that you can use. I told you that I've used 70 grams making a batch with the Magical Butter machine. You can do the same amount with the Ongrok. With the Levo, you put your herbs in a pod. You can only put like 7, at the most 8 grams in that pod. Now, what you can do is you can use 2 pods, but that's still only letting you use over a little bit over a ½ ounce of herbs. So for me, that's a big con with the Levo because I have a high tolerance like a lot of you guys, and I need to be able to make my butters and my oils and my everything. I need to be able to make it potent. And 14 grams really for me is not gonna cut it, to be honest with you. 14 to 16 grams is what you can do with the Levo, and that's not gonna cut it with me. I need to be able to use more than that in order to get the necessary effect. That goes right into another con that the Levo has, and that is this is good for small batches. With the Levo, you can do a little bit over ½ cup to 2 cups. I think it actually says 2½ cups for the Levo, but every time I've used it, I've been only able to get 2 cups in here. So with the Levo, you're only going to be able to do small batches and you're going to be limited in the amount of herbs that you can use for each batch. So those are the things that you have to keep into consideration if you're thinking about getting a Levo. So if we were just comparing the Levo to the Magical Butter machine, you can see that this machine would be doing ½ cup to 2 cups. And with this machine here, it'll be 2 cups to 5 cups. But now that we have the Ongrok in the mix, you can actually get the small Ongrok. This is the large one, obviously, but you can get the small one. And with the small one, you can actually do 2/3 of a cup to 2 cups. So if we go by that comparison, that means that we can actually get the Ongrok, the small one, and we can do the same amount that we can do in the Levo, except for with the Ongrok, you can put more herbs in there. You're not limited to like ½ ounce. You can actually put a lot more herbs in the small Ongrok than you can in the Levo. So as you're thinking about which machine should you get, it's really based upon what's your situation. Are you in a situation where you don't have an oven to use to decarb? Well, this is going to be the machine for you, the Levo, because you can decarb with this machine. But if you're in a situation where you have an oven to use, like I'm pretty sure most people have an oven to use, I believe that you should get the Magical Butter machine or one of these Ongroks, because like I just said, if you want to do small batches, you can do small batches with the small Ongrok. You can even do 1 cup to 5 cups with the large Ongrok. If you're in a situation where you're going to be sneaking and doing what you're doing while your kids are asleep or something like that, then the Levo is for you because it's quiet and they're not going to be able to hear it whenever it's running. So if you're doing something while they're asleep, then you'll be able to do whatever you need to do without waking them up. If you're in a situation where you live alone like me and the noise factor doesn't matter to you, you just need to be able to do a good amount and have a strong batch every time, the Magical Butter machine and the Ongrok is the machine for you. So really, what machine should you get is really based upon what exactly are your needs. What exactly are you trying to do with the machine? My great grandmother used to always tell me, you need to have the right tool for the job. So what exactly are you trying to do? If you're trying to start making edibles so you can start a business or something like that, I would advise you to get a Magical Butter machine or a Ongrok because you can do big batches with these machines. You can't do big batches with the Levo. If you're somebody who is just going to be, doing something from time to time for yourself or your family or something like that, then I would advise you to get the Levo or one of these Ongroks, because as I said, with the small Ongrok, you can do the same amount that you can with the Levo, except for the small Ongrok is $120 on my site. The Levo is $300. That's something that you got to keep into consideration as well that we covered, the price. This machine is $300. You can use Good Eats to get a 10% discount, but that's still $270. That's a lot of money. This machine on Magical Butter site is $225. On my site, it's cheaper than that. It's $200 right now. The Ongrok, the big one is $150, the small one is $120. As I told you at the beginning of the video, if you want to buy a MagicalButter or Ongrok, come to my site shop.goodeats420.com. Use the code THANKYOU, all one word. You'll get $10 off each machine that you buy. I told you guys that I would tell you at the end of the video, if I was just starting out, what machine I would get for my situation. And for me, the machine that I would get if I was just starting out right now would be the MagicalButter machine or the Ongrok. The reason is you're able to do big batches in these machines. And if you need to do a small batch, you can get the small Ongrok so that you can do 2/3 of a cup to 2 cups, or you can get this machine and do as little as 1 cup with this machine. I live alone, so I don't have to worry about the noise element. That makes no difference to me. I need to be able to do large amounts at one time, and you can do up to 5 cups with both of these. And I need to be able to have my butter, oil, and tinctures. Remember, I make a lot of tinctures. That's how I make my can of salt, can of sugar, do drinks, do all kind of stuff. I make a lot of tincture. Remember, you're not supposed to make tincture with the Levo. So for me, myself, I would pick a MagicalButter machine or Ongrok. I need to be able to do big batches. I need to be able to put a lot of herbs inside of it because I need it potent, and I make a lot of tinctures. Also, I have an oven, so I'm able to decarb no problem. I don't need to have one machine that can do both, which is very handy for sure. It's super, super handy. But the other reasons that I just gave you is more important for me and my particular situation. But once again, you got to do what works for you. So guys, that's it. I hope that you found this video helpful. This is the MagicalButter versus the Ongrok versus the Levo. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I will definitely answer anything that you have. I really appreciate you guys. And until I see you guys the next time, peace and good eats. I'm out, guys. Much love.